What's good, YouTube? Rayquaza2094 here with a match against Terry Terror. Yeah! Okay, so, Terry and I had realized we had never faced each other, and we're like, hey, why have we not done that? So we might as well face each other. So basically, he's going to lead off with Espeon, I'm going to lead off with Aerodactyl, because, you know, I love that Aerodactyl, and I'm going to give him a Stone Edge, because bitches love Stone Edge. Oh, yeah. He's going to put up a Reflect, though, which is like, yeah. Now I'm going to put up another Stone Edge, because, like I said, bitches love Stone Edge. And, he puts up the light screen. It sucks that he didn't go down, but it's okay. So I go for the Earthquake, and right here I go for the Stealth Rocks, and it's at this point that I'm like, he is not a Scarfed Rotom. So that could mean he was Choice Spec or bulky, and it just causes all sorts of problems. So I go for a Stone Edge, and looking at this damage, and looking at the damage it would have done, he is a bulky Rotom, and it's like, oh joy, I hate facing the occasional bulky Rotom washes. So I put in Nidoking, put up the Thunderbolt, and I'm like, hey, what the? That did nothing, because it took a while before I actually made this move, and I had forgotten that he had the light screen up, so I was like, oh, that's right. Well, you know, on the upset, I'm going to bring in my Porygon 2. He's going to go for the Hydro Pump. Going to miss, so that's nice. That's very nice. And he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which Porygon 2 with Burn. Kind of a bummer, but not really a bummer. Then I go for Discharge for whatever reason. Not really sure. I think at the time I was predicting him to switch out, and that was not the case. So I go for the Toxic, because, you know, Toxicking a bulky Pokemon is always good. Always, always, always. Because it makes it easier to take him down. So I'm like, okay, well, this is bad. He goes for the Hydro Pump, and I'm going to recover, because I live barely. Like, barely, which is, yeah, very nice. I'm like, oh, yay, barely living. I'm so happy. Alright, well, basically, he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, because, you know, right now, it's just a stall match. You know, he's trying to make me have enough HP to where I go down from Burn, and I'm trying to stall out the Toxic, because, well, you know, I really need that Toxic to help take care of the Rotom. So now he's going to go for a Hydro Pump, and I'm going to recover, because, you know, like I said, Stally! I mean, freaking stall. It actually makes it really, really hard to narrate Stally battles, because, you know, essentially pretty much the same thing keeps happening. One side will heal, and then the other side will attack. And, well, he's going to go for the Pain Split. Not really get that much, because I'm not at full health. And Rotom and Porygon 2 actually don't have that much difference in HP. I think. I'm pretty sure anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, as of right now, they don't have that much difference. So, you know, we're going to switch. And he's going to bring in Scrafty. I'm going to bring in Scrafty. And it's a double Scrafty Swag. Oh, I mean, double Scrafty all the way. Look at all this Scrafty Swag up in here. So I go for a Bulk Up, and he's going to go for the Drain Punch. He was kind of hoping that this was my Dragon Dance set, but this is actually my Bulk Up set, which I can't really get going. So he's barely going to survive. I'm going to go for that Drain Punch. He's going to go for the Dragon Dance. And now he is faster than me. And pretty much my defense is nothing to him right now, because I'm +1 and he's +1, which means we're exactly the same. So he's going to go for the Drain Punch, do a pretty good amount of damage. I'm going to go for my own, because since he Drain Punched me, I get some lovely, lovely health back also. So, yeah, pretty happy about that. I mean, haha, started meme, double Scrafty Swag. Swag. So he's going to bring in Alakazam. I was semi-hoping that the Focus Blast would miss, but for whatever reason in our battle, everything was like perfect accuracy. It was ridiculous, but it was nice, because then we couldn't blame anything on Hex. And as he comes in, I realized, wait a sec, he basically isn't a what am I thinking of? Magic card set. And he does miss the Focus Blast, which I have to apologize for. I go for the sub. He's going to bring in Drifblim. And as I saw, he was not a Magic Guard set. It was beneficial for me to get up the Toxic. The bad part is I really can't do anything to this Drifblim. So I go for the Toxic just to kind of bait out. And he's Calm Mind, which means he is running Chesto Rest set. Which is, yeah, rather unfortunate for me. So I decided, hey, you know, best bet, bring in Scizor, because he's probably going to want to rest up after this, and that should allow me to get up a free Sword Stance. So I go for the Sword Stance, and I'm like, okay, he should be going for the rest, which he does, so it works out in my favor. I'm glad he did not attack, because if he had, then, yeah, that would have sucked, because he would have survived the Toxic, and then if he had, like, HP Fire or something, would have KO'd my Scizor. So I go for the Bullet Punch. He barely survives. And he's going for the Empower. I'm like, it's probably Empower Fire. But him and I both have the same problem of forgetting what Hidden Power is what when we make these Pokemon. So pretty much we both didn't realize it was not Hidden Power Fire. And I go for the Bullet Punch. He barely survives. Not really going to be a big deal because I have the Toxic up, so he will die from the poison, fortunately. And granted, it's not this turn, but it is the next turn, which makes it pretty nice. You know, but he has the plane split, so it's best for me to just attack. Well, he's going to put in Alakazam, and I am running a Scarfed Nidoking, which is going to be beneficial because put down that Sludge Wave and KO the Alakazam, which is awesome. And now he's going to bring in his Absol name, Abby the Absol, which he mentioned is set to me, so I might actually like steal this set because it's pretty interesting. And she's a good Absol if you can get the set working right. Just gonna, you know, end up because I'm gonna make it fast. My play's coming up, so I don't know how my uploading's going to be. So I guess we'll see how that happens. And I have a lot of battles, so that's nice. So pretty much comment, like, and subscribe to see more of my battles. And double Scrafty Swag for the win. See ya.